Hi, I'm Zero, and this is my Twitch stream, Zero RPG, because I'm Zero and I do TTRPG things. I wasn't going to put in TTRPG in my name, though, because tabletop RPGs are the original roleplay games. Yeah. Although it isn't make-believe and, playing stuff like that as a kid, the original roleplay game. Oh well. Let's go in and do the recap of what's happened with last week, the first part of Tangled Blessings. And just a reminder, Tangled Blessings is a solo RPG that's set in a dark academia. It's supposed to be set in a dark academia. They're kind of gothy and dark. I don't know. I haven't really played it that way because I'm incapable of playing dark and gritty. I play not like that. I play soap opera and comedy and that kind of thing. I'm sure you guys have realized that by now. Anyway, and we entered after receiving a letter from the headmaster of Brackroot Academy. After receiving that, a kiddo came along who was knocked on my window, which is a New Zealand native pigeon. Giant pigeon. We literally have one or two of them here where I live. Very, very loud. You can hear them flapping their wings as they go by. They're that big. Anyway, and it dropped off that letter, said, "Hey, you're actually a witch. You have magical skills. Come to school." So I did, and we created a witch called Hazel. She was 20 at the time. She's now 21 because we've already had a year at Brackroot Academy. And let's bring up my stuffies. Hey. There we go. There she is. She was a NEET. She was unemployed. She had just recently left university because she was failing out of it. She had no direction. She thought she was a bit of a loser. So she was really glad to find out that she's actually a prodigy at the magical arts. We got her into the House of Elements, which are known for their cleverness, their hunger, and their negligence. She's not that negligent, though, but it could explain maybe her mundane life. Anyway, her motivation became to be the best at whatever it is she can be because she has nothing going for her back in the mundane world. And a little bit of trivia, her specialty is that kitty cats will always let her pet them. We also discovered that she has a rival, Perry Hodder, who's in the House of Panthers, and he has the Strength card, and he's apparently a gentle leader. See, that was this card. That looks like death humping a bull. But, we're suspicious of him. We reckon he manipulates people. Everyone likes him. He's not that hot. We were manipulating time during year one to get plants to grow faster, but we were sabotaged by Birdus McChipper, who sent their clone, who constantly sends their clone into class to learn for them, which turned out to be made from plant matter. So we accidentally got him really, really aged to like old man, and it was unintentional sabotage. Birdus didn't mean to sabotage my stuff, but that's what happened. Anyway, to rebuild it, I quietly killed his clone, and Birdus was forced to go to class instead of his old man clone, and I declared that I had de-aged him, and I made him go everywhere and say that I de-aged him. Otherwise, I would tell all the teachers about his clone attending class instead of him. Oh, Birdus. Then, who would I want to show the school to? Was a prompt that came up, and we could only think of one person that Hazel actually cared about in the mundane world, and that would be her grandpa. They're both introverts together, and they liked cats, and Grandpa had a lot of cats, and the only person Hazel would like to see is actually Grandpa back in the mundane world. She has no interest in the rest of her family. In fact, we haven't even decided if she has any other family. And which part we thought that Grandpa would like the most would be the Whispering Lake, as he likes to fish. And I'd like to add that I think that some of Grandpa's cats like it when he fishes, and would also go with Grandpa on the boat or to the little dock or the pier or wherever it was he'd go fishing. So he would always have a little cat friend. Then we had a presentation on the alchemical properties of marble. However, it was a partner presentation, and Dickie the the 16th said claimed that I had done no work. He had carried me, and I am totally not the prodigy that everyone makes me out to be. So the professor made me do my own presentation on something to prove that I could actually do it. So I presented the alchemical properties of greenstone or jade, or also known as pounamu in New Zealand. Now Dickie himself is actually perceptive, anxious. He never walks, he always hovers. It's one of those weird things. People, I think maybe he doesn't like germs, so he doesn't like to touch things, including the ground. He's from the House Celestials, and we don't know this. No one knows this, but he has a secret. He has actually murdered someone, so do not cross Dickie the 16th. Anyway, he's a first year. He takes night classes as he's eager. He really wants to improve himself. Probably he feels insecure. And I think that he lied because he wants to do better than me because I'm a prodigy. But they're putting in all this extra work and they're jealous of the fact that that I don't have to put in all this extra work just to, because I'm naturally gifted in the magical arts. So it's not fair that these things come easier to me. At least that's his opinion. Man, they're so petty at Brackroot Academy, aren't they? Anyway, Perry had a really good year as well. It turned out that he created a portal. And he created it really quickly. It was like the first time in class, but it was what had happened was that his first portal attempt had gone wrong, and he ended up getting a scar. He got zapped in the eye. But then his second attempt during class, he made a portal to go to his cousin Barry Hodder's home, and he decided to prank him because Barry's a bit of a dick. So was his aunt and uncle. They made him live under the stairs, that kind of thing. He has to live with his aunt and uncle and cousin, and they neglect him and pick on him. He's the scapegoat kind of thing. Barry's the golden child. Anyway, so he hopped on over and he put hair removal in his shampoo. I'm sure you can guess how that goes. Anyway, Perry has recovered, but he continues to wear an eye patch because all the girls feel sorry for him and give him attention and bake him cookies. He's a manipulative dick, that's why. Anyway, he made a potion, and the potion was the hair removal potion, which he used during his portal class. He got the ingredients by enlisting the help of Rufus LaBouche, who is a student who regrets coming to the academy and he wants out. And Perry said he would help if they got him the ingredients for the potion. No, he didn't drink it. Obviously used it in his cousin's shampoo bottle. And the grade he got is A+, because the professor of potions, he drinks on the job, he's easygoing and adventurous, loves sharing with others, and he loves his potion not just because of what it can do, but also how Perry used it to prank his cousin. And then it turned out that in divination class, we have a shared future. We saw that there was some kind of magical obstacle course, and we end up helping each other instead of working against each other. Hazel reacted she was initially like, what the fuck? And didn't like that idea because Perry Hodder could not be trusted. But Perry thought, he initially had the same reaction to Hazel. During the actual event, when it actually happens, they find out that they are magically tethered together like a three-legged race, and they are forced to work together. It's not because they want to. So that happened during the year. At the end of the year, it's not showing up. I'll just read it out to you. Hazel went to visit Grandpa, went fishing, petted lots of cats. She did sort of miss access to the magic in the academy, but was happy to be back where she considers her home to be. Perry stuck around at the academy because he has shit aunt, uncle, and cousin, and he probably snuck into the other houses and rifled through people's belongings because he needs to find out everyone's secrets to use to his advantage and to know who to trust. Wow, reading back through these, I can see all the typos I made. Anyway, should we get started with year 2? Year 2, Hazel. Now, year 2 is we have to use a different set of cards. So I think what we were using before was the wand cards. So this time we are using the cups. Oh, we were supposed to name some people, weren't we? Oh, I can't even type Hazel. I put in Hazel. That's a really cool alternative name, though. Hazel. Maybe that's what Grandpa's called. Grandpa Hazel. Anyway, so we've got to shuffle the deck, which I'm doing, and pick 3 cards. Have I figured out the recards? I had a whole week, and I was like, I should do that before I start the stream and before I get ready. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to read manga instead. So I was reading manga until the last 15 minutes before the stream started, and then I injured myself. Anyway. All right, so I've got my 3 cards, and we'll pull them over one at a time. And so we got the 8 of Cups. So I think I have to drag this over. So we can read the 8 of Cups. Oh no. Scroll up, Sarah. Scroll up. Oh my god. So when I have multiple screens and the mouse is turned up. Anyway, so what does that say? You're telling Trogs? What are you telling Trogs? What are you telling Trogs that I've done, Dixon? Anyway, you discovered several runes carved into the floor under my bed. Your research revealed that they were meant to imbue you with fear. What fears did you have at the time, and how recent did the carving look, and who had access to my... We know it was Perry Hodder because he was there in the middle of at the year end, right? What I didn't do? He probably knows I don't do a lot of things. Just be added to the one of many. You know what? I forgot to put aside the cards that I drew last time. So I'll quickly do that from the last one so that I don't have to worry about it later. Oh, one of them's the 9 of Wands, one of them's the 10 of Wands. 7 of Wands, so those are mine. I'm running out of desk space. And Perry had Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, and 5 of Wands. I just want to let you guys know that what happens is that we pull out the cards for each of us and put them aside for later, and they all go into our piles for the end of graduate, just before graduation. How there's a big giant exam at the end of year 4, and they all go into the piles we have to pull from during that exam. So the higher the numbers we've got in there, the better results for us. Anyway, so the 8 of Cups. Now, I don't know that Perry was going through, or he may have gone through. Oh, no, you can't see me. Wow, slack-ass me. I don't know that he had gone through these. Actually, I will move me below there, and then I can do that. Yeah. That he'd gone through everyone's stuff. Sorry, he may have gone through everyone's stuff at the year end during the break. So, it could be another random kid who did it. But, card prompt. 8 of Cups. Wow, Sarah. Sarah can't type. Alright. I'll change the screen so you guys can see what I'm typing badly. That one. Alright. Alright. So, looking at the 8 of Cups to get inspiration. Cups really aren't that inspiring. I mean, maybe I have been. What if it's a fear? So, runes under bed, floor under bed. Imbue me with fear. Imbue me with fear. What has the fear been? And who had access to my room? So I guess we're saying that it was could have been a roommate or a housemate. When I say roommate, I mean they literally share the same bedroom, like you would see in Hogwarts when Harry and Ron had beds in the same room. That's what I think when people say roommate, not housemate or flatmate. You know, well, you guys Americans, you're all like roommate. Okay, what have I been afraid of? There's the Cups in case anyone gets any inspiration in the chat. Discovered runes carved on the floor under a bed. You received search reveal the meant to imbue you with fear. What fears did you have at the time, and how recent? Who had access? I mean, it could have been something done by someone previously to someone else if it's been there for a while. If it's recent, then it's something that was done specifically for me. But if it's older, it was something done against another classmate. Let's narrow it down by going and seeing what NPC it could have been. So, we'll draw from the Major Arcana, which remember, I haven't looked up, so I'm going to have to look up. I'll do a quick shuffle. Take one from the top. Temperance. I don't know what the fuck that means. Let's see. I've got to Google it again. Good old Wikipedia. Oh, look, we can look at Wikipedia here. What did I say it was? Tarot. Meaning of Temperance tarot card. This card should bring about balance, patience, and moderation in your life. The middle road, avoiding extremes. Okay. Wikipedia tells me that it's 14. Lack of control, balance, chaos, and romance. This is very different to what the information I'm being given. One of the 20 numbered 14 because of figure which represents virtue, temperance, along with justice and strength. Okay, well, it's 14, so we'll look up 14. The options given are, it could be the Professor of Potions, we've already had, or it could be a student. It would have to be from House of Elements. It could be that they are... a third year who is a spellcraft tutor. And they are brave. I think... Now, we have two options here. If we use the third year spellcraft tutor, they either did it a couple of years ago to someone else when they were in first year together, or one of their siblings who is in year one has a beef with me and they're doing it. So maybe they are related to... Who has already got it out for me? It could be they're related to Dickie. Or... yeah. Or it was meant for someone else. What do you guys think? Oh. Well, they could have been related to Birdus. I don't think they're related to Birdus. I think I've dealt with Birdus. Or it could be I somehow dissed their little sister or something. But I will kill them Temperance, because that's a good name. I turned their little sister into a newt. Okay, so she could have done it while she was visiting their little sister. Temperance, a third year student, did it as revenge. So I had to accidentally, I'm prodigy, so it might not have been accidental. Maybe I didn't know how to turn her back. I turned her into a newt, but she got better. Turned little sister into a newt. Oh, maybe we were practicing when I did it. So it happened in the rooms, not in class. And it took a while. Turn her back, but she did get better. But maybe she went home in embarrassment or something, and she didn't come back. Yeah, maybe she missed like half a year or something. Just imagine Temperance taking a little sister around as a newt in her pocket. Although she missed some of the school year. That's a really valid reason to do that, though. To get revenge. So she sought revenge. Well, I already mentioned she sought revenge, but yeah. What's the fear been? A fear of cups. Hey, is this meant to be a Capricorn? This was Temperance. What would I have had a fear of? A fear of time? A fear of... Well, it's got an infinity symbol on it, doesn't it? There's a little tiny infinity symbol. And a number 7 on this dude. What have I been afraid of? Have I been afraid that I'm just not good enough? Anti-disestablishmentarianism? Dixon. That's not a good example. Or am I afraid of trees? Failure seems to be the big one here. What has been my fear? That I'm a fraud? That I've been lucky? I've just been lucky. Right time, right place. I'll be found out. That I suck in the magical realm. Just apparently not how to spell realm. Just as much as I do in the mundane world. Poor Hazel. It hasn't said anything about what did you do about it. Like, did I confront Temperance? How did I even find out it was Temperance? Maybe she's just been hanging around lately. And, smirking at me. Maybe, here's something. I found out because who it was, an anonymous note was left in my book after a class. I'm just going to say here, out of character, that the anonymous note may have come from Perry Hodder because he went through everyone's belongings. Maybe you did that during the end of your break. Dixon says, okay, because of the Temperance, maybe you're afraid that you're going to rush, be too impulsive, and then turn someone's sister into a new. Did I confront her after I found out who it was? Or have I just been keeping that information to myself? Remember, I am supposedly an introvert, so I don't think I've... Especially after the feelings of fear of being a fraud or a failure have been going on around here, I don't think I would have confronted her. I just sit on the information. Mind you, she's a third year, so she's only 1 year above me. Maybe I felt like it was a valid reason to take revenge. Right. I'll put that back in the pile at the bottom there. Move the 8 of Cups over there. Prompt 2. Knight of Cups. Such a gloss on these. Here we go. Knight of Cups. Go over to Knight of Cups. Okay. Fewer and fewer students attended classes. Soon it was revealed that they were missing from campus. It took weeks, but finally they were all discovered standing in a clearing in the woods, unblinking and silent. A large pillar floated before them, but as soon as the student was forcibly removed from the crowd, the pillar collapsed. When it hit the ground, it shattered, releasing the students from their trance. What did the missing students remember of this event, and how do instructors ensure this doesn't happen? Wow, that's really different. Okay. Wow. Okay. And that is the Knight of Cups. Wow. I want to know if Hazel was one of these students that went missing. Or do you think she wasn't? What do you think? Would Hazel have fallen for whatever it is? I mean, anyone could have fallen for that, so... Did Perry fall for that, even? Maybe... Blinking is silent. Fewer and fewer students in class finally discovered standing and clearing the woods. They've been missing for weeks. How the hell did they even survive? Were they, like, connected with it mystically and it was feeding them nutrients somehow? Pillar collapsed. Okay. You don't think what makes a lot of sense? Let's go missing over a few weeks. Found in clearing the woods. Actually, where is the woods? Let's look at that map. It is the woods down the bottom there. The Forbidden Forest. I guess it's the Forbidden Forest. Okay. Yep. Forbidden Forest. There's a pillar when a student is removed, it shatters, and all students are freed. Okay. What on earth did they say? How do you even... Wow, again? Okay. What do the students remember? I think they remember... being lured out there. Well, not necessarily lured, but that's what happened. They don't probably see it as being lured. They probably thought they were following a friend. Thought they were following a friend to... following a friend. Help them with something. When they got to the clearing, their friend had disappeared. And then somehow leaving class and following a friend to help them with something in the clearing. Then nothing more. They don't remember. Yeah, I was thinking they don't remember who the friend was. And they don't know what happened next. They also don't remember anything. I don't know who the friend was. Alright, so how the hell do you get the instructor to stop that from happening again? Some kind of... Maybe they build a magical fence around the clearing? Maybe a magical dome around the clearing. Or do they just not want them to go into the forest? It would be easier for them to that section of the forest of limits, yeah. With threat of expulsion. New rule instituted. The forest itself, because it's forbidden, is off limits. Is off limits unless accompanied or approval accompanied by a professor or approval has been granted by the headmaster. How's that? Did I spell forest wrong? Did you spell forest wrong? You spelled forest wrong. Okay. Alright, so that's that one done. And the last card, put that over there. Oh, interesting. Some of these pictures, man. Queen of Cups. So literally the next one down. Okay, Brackroot Academy is filled with the secret passages and rooms, and this was the year you found your way in. One of the most notable rooms you discovered was a tomb with forgotten artifacts and relics. Oh, it was clear they hadn't been touched in a while, but you recognized some of them as items from cautionary tales where arcane users were driven from their senses, turned to dust, empowered by demonic forces, or overwhelmed with the need for more power. What did you do about this discovery, and were you tempted to take the items? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, what's this? Card prompt 3. Queen of Cups. Found a hidden room. Found some secret passages. Found secret passages and hidden rooms. One room contains magical artifacts. I can't spell artifacts. I-F or E-F? I-F. You apparently doesn't think so. Recognize as ones with cautionary tales. Oh dear, okay. Okay. What did you do about this discovery? Were you tempted to take any items? Is Hazel a good girl? I think Hazel is kind of a good girl, right? She's an introvert, but she has had this fear because it was imbued in her that she's a fraud. But then by taking one of these, she would literally be admitting to herself that she is a fraud and that she needs these. But she knows there's cautionary tales. I mean, we all want to loot the room, right? Do I tell someone in a position of authority? It doesn't say that you took one, it says you were tempted. Yeah, I think she would have been tempted, and it would have been a huge... Was Totes tempted? as these might help her. But she would then feel like her feelings of being a fraud would become real, and that she ultimately decides that the potential negatives and the guilt would not be worth it. Oh, I forgot to turn off the thingy. Yes, I think she would. They need to be, if she can find it, then anyone else could find it, including Perry Hodder, and that would be bad. She tells the headmaster. Hazel tells the... then who's to say someone else couldn't also? Perry Hodder. Or even anyone like Birdis, who, you know, makes a clone of himself, or even Dick. Is it Dick or Dickie? I've forgotten his name. Let's look. I know he's the 16th. Dickie the 16th. I think Dickie the 16th would totally use that. Okay, so that's me. Now it's time for Perry. Year 2. That's card prompt 1. I gotta. What are we doing? Caps. 3 for him. 1, 2, 3. Okie dokie. Perry Hodder. Oh, 3 of cups. Alrighty ho. 3 of cups. You remember wandering the halls just before sunrise in an area of the school you've never visited before. A spirit you cannot see whispered something to you about the Academy's history. What does the spirit reveal, and did you believe it? Why does it give you a nightmare? Perry's getting all the cool things. He gets to meet the spirits. Okay, so 3 of cups. Three of Cups. Should we roll for a... I say roll, but it's like the major arcana. Ooh. The Emperor. Let's scroll down to where... I'll have to Google the Emperor. Can't search for Emperor. Spellings. The Emperor Tarot card. Number 4. Okay. A ram adorned throne, a symbol of Mars. Another ram head can be seen on his cloak. His long white beard appears a symbol of wisdom. Okay. So number 4. The options are, we have the head of Academy Security. We have a 4th year student from... Well, we'll scroll down a bit more, sorry. Stern and ruthless, always tired. It sounds like the head of the Security Academy, doesn't it? It was a nepotism hire. Okay, or we have it could be a student. Someone from the Spires who struggles with classes, or fourth house leader antagonistic. Let us see. Dixon! Did I cover it up? Tell the teachers, tell Perry Hodder so he would screw himself over? I'm not. Hazel is not that vindictive. She seems to be a bit more empathetic. She just, for some reason, has it in for Perry. And she doesn't know why. I guess it's because he's been deemed her rival. Okay. Why do I have... Oh, okay. Head of Academy. I don't know if I would go with Head of Academy Security for this. I think it would be good for if there's another student. I think an antagonistic spirit who used to be the fourth year house leader. He needs a name. Suggestions for names, please, people. And I will get over here. Symbol of domination is this left. Empresses of Stark Barren Mountain. Sterility of regulation and yielding power. He symbolizes the top of secular hierarchy, the ultimate male ego. Oh my god, this is totally sounding like the fourth house leader is antagonistic, doesn't it? Empress associated with the masculine cardinal fire sign of Aries, the domicile sign of Mars is symbolized in the room. Okay. That can give us some ideas. So scrolling back up to year 2 for wandering a different part of school before sunrise is approached by a spirit. A name, guys. We need a name for a fourth year. Reveals himself to that of a fourth year house leader. Is very antagonistic. And is he a dude bro, or because he's like masculine and he's antagonistic, so he probably has issues with Perry Hodder's hair. Going by the photo. I should have put the photo up, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's put the photo of... No, I'll have to scroll all the way up. I'll scroll all the way back up. We'll put Hazel's picture in. Insert image, upload from computer. You're going to see my awful filing system. Zero IPG, nope. Twitch, solo, Tangled blessings, assets, woman. Huge woman. Okay, so that's Hazel, and we'll put in Perry. Man, his heart's tall. We'll leave it that big. No, you can't see it properly then. Right. Okay, so that's what you look like. And has an issue of Perry being metrosexual. Is that still a thing? Being metrosexual? Or is that... I don't know. And... what's it say again? Spirit you cannot see whispered something to you about the Academy's history. What does the spirit reveal? Did you believe it? And why is it giving you nightmares? So, what does it... What does the spirit reveal about the Academy's history? Did you believe it? Why does it give you nightmares? Do I need to go into this level of detail for my rival? What does it reveal about the Academy's history? Oh, I believe. Did you cover it? No, I already read that. I guess he doesn't need a name. He could just say, "How is it for it?" What does he reveal? A secret. Looking at the Emperor. Something that would give nightmares. About the Academy's history. What if it's something like the headmaster has been the headmaster all along for hundreds of years, and the reason they're still there is... Welcome back, Dixon. The reason they're still there and kicking is because they steal the magical energy of the one true prodigy. Dang, you are committed, Dixon. Thank you for being on your phone. What do you think? So, it's something that's revealed about the Academy's history. Did Perry believe it? And why does it give him nightmares? And my idea was that the current Academy headmaster has always been the Academy headmaster. And the reason why they have survived so long is because they... draining the power from those curses. And why would that give them nightmares? I was like thinking it was like the prodigy. Each year they drain the magic from the prodigy winner. What if it's the loser of the prodigy rivalry, so that because it would be the winner would become famous, basically. So you can't really take out the famous person, can you? This is for Perry. He's the one getting nightmares. Perry is the one who encountered the spirit. Yes, sorry. So I think that it needs to be around the loser might be better. Yeah, because no one will care about the loser, right? But they still at least have enough magical power in them to fuel the headmaster. Or what if it's the magical power itself isn't to fuel the headmaster, but it's to help keep the academy running? Yeah, You can always explain away the disappearance of a loser. Because it is hidden somewhere in the hills of New Zealand and has not been stumbled across by mundane people. So maybe the loser's power is enough to keep it hidden for a year, like a magical invisibility shield. Maybe the spirit was one of the losers. Because he was a 4th year, right? The loser of the prodigy rivalry is taken to power the invisibility shield that covers the entire academy and hides it from the mundane world. Thus, it might even kill them. It does, because we've got this spirit. Every year. Is used a visible shield that covers the entire academy and hides it from the mundane world. Now, does Perry believe it? He might not believe it initially, right? But the nightmares would make him think of it. He doesn't initially believe it. The nightmares are wearing on him. Why is it giving me nightmares? Because it's a little niggle. Maybe because he investigates where the previous losers of the rivalry and is blocked at every turn. So it's not that he's finding bad things on them, it's just whenever he tries to do it, something stops him from finding out. Like, he tries to use the mundane internet, or something like that, but the internet goes out, the Wi-Fi breaks or something, you know. Ooh, and Perry's prophetic dreams are telling him to beware. So Perry's... We didn't give Perry a speciality, did we? Maybe sometimes his dreams come true. No, I'll leave it at that. What was that? 3 of Cups. We have the 10 of Cups. For Perry. Is this card prompt 3? It must be. No, it's 2. God, we can't count. Prompt 2, 10 of Cups. Alright, let's see. Let's look that up. Alright, your favourite professor was ousted from the academy after it was revealed that they had ties to an association to attempting to gain control of the school. Before they were escorted away, they entrusted you with a small sealed chest. Who was the professor? What did they teach you? And how did you get the chest open? And what did you find inside? Why is Perry getting all the cool shit? Okay. If a professor is ousted the academy because they have ties to an association. Was it an association? Yep. Attempting to gain control. School. Typical. The boys always get the more interesting stories. Who was professor? What did they teach? Secretly entrusted with a small sealed chest. Open the chest, and what was in it? Okay. Why does he have some cooler stuff than me? Okay, right. Let's pick a teacher. The Hermit. Ooh. It's a lizard man with wings. I don't know why he's a hermit, but anyway, let's look it up. The Hermit. Nine. Okay. The Rider Waite. Okay. Version of the card shows an old man standing on a mountain peak carrying a staff in one hand and a little lantern containing a 6-pointed star on the other. And the background is a mountain range. Yeah, I don't see that in this card, but okay. Every other example shown has an old dude. The one I've got's got weird lizard man. with two light orbs in front of a giant eye. What the fuck is up with that? Okay. Anyway, what did I say? It was 9. It was 9, wasn't it? Yeah, 9. Okay. Alrighty. 9. The librarian? I don't think so. I think that it should be the professor of potions, because he's already had a thing with interaction with Perry. So I'm gonna go with. We didn't give him a name, did we? Come up with a name, dude. And it can't be Severus Snape. They taught potion professor. Taught potions. So what was in the small chest? Something. The light. What was it? They said it was the light of. The lantern is the lamp of truth. Oh no, the sticky plaster I put on my toe is getting stuck to the sock. Oh my god. What the fuck? And it's one of those really fluffy socks. Ugh. Okay, I got to do. Oh man, that's so frustrating. Okay. So. Oh, I don't put my sock back on there. There's no room. I'm gonna go up. Okay, so the Lantern of Truth. Oh, dude, Perry is having the more interesting adventure than we're having. These are the things Hazel should be learning about, because it's all in relation to the prodigy thing. God damn it. No, I'm not going to keep it as the librarian, because I really like the idea of it's the potions teacher. So we'll go with the lantern of truth, but maybe not a big lantern. Maybe it's a little LED of truth. Okay, how did we open it? We it's one of those ones that you've got to sit in the bathroom in the bath with the dragon egg, right? Like on Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. But in this instance, it would be something potions related? Pour a potion over it, kind of thing. But since it's light of truth, wouldn't it be light that could open it? How did you open the chest and what was in it? I mean, it would be cool. It would be cool if it was something like they did at the Goblet of Fire. There's a money, there's a lizard, there's an eye, there's light, but it's a chest, and it's secret, and he's a potions teacher. Maybe Perry thought that, because we said he was an alcoholic, didn't we? Maybe he's old enough to drink, so maybe he accidentally spilled the alcohol on it. And it just opened right up. Because he was going through the professor's office, took his alcohol. What would a professor drink? I guess it depends on the kind of professor. Potions. We would say vodka. Gin. On the chest. And revealed inside. Had a small light orb, because that's what's on the picture. Looks like light orbs, looks like fiery light orbs in its hands, see? Maybe it could be a ring of truth. No, it needs to be a little... a torch. Flashlight, in case you guys use different words. Like the kind that goes on a keyring. Then you turn the torch on and shine it over something, and it will reveal if it's true or not, right? Later discovers it's a torch of truth. Ta-da! Okay, that one's done. I like this one, so I'm just going to pick a few random cards and stick it back into that pile. Okay, last one. 9 of Cups. Kid. Prompt 3. 9 of Cups. Alright, 9 of Cups. Back out we go. Do, 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 do. Alright, for several weeks, a ghost. God damn it, you got a ghost again! ghost followed you from hall to hall, hovering in your peripheral and disappearing when you turned to look. When you finally captured the ghost through magical means, they told you a traitor hunts you. Damn it, Perry, why are you getting all the cool shit? Damn it. A traitor hunts you. How do you pay the ghost for this information, and how do you interpret the message? God damn, why is he getting all the cool shit? Poor Hazel. Hazel's not getting all this cool information. Hazel doesn't know. What? I'm really disliking Perry. Okay, so Ghost follows you for weeks. Finally capture it by magical means. They tell you a traitor hunts you. Do you pay the ghost for this info? How do you interpret the message? I'm so... Just murder Perry, you'll feel better, and the headmaster will drain all of his juju, so you'll be fine. Thanks, Dixon. No, it's just the cards. I should really be annoyed at the cards. Okay. A traitor hunts you. So that's all he gets told is a traitor is hunting him? A traitor is hunting you? Really? What does the ghost even deserve for this? He's a ghost! What's he gonna get out of it? Is it the same ghost from earlier? No, I think we'll go for a different ghost. Oh, look. Justice. Justice is wearing a boob tube that says 666. Let's go look up what that means. Oh, I should put it in the search instead, shouldn't I? Where's the search? God damn it. Come in. Oh, there. Justice Tarot card. Okay, Justice is... Oh, haven't we had this one before? 5, 6, 7, 8, or 11? 8 or 11. What gives us 2 options? 8 or 11. Okay, so Arcane Beast Tamer or Academy Security again. I guess it's not Academy Security because we know that's something else. So the Arcane Beast Tamer, or if we go with a student, is it 8? It's first year class clown who's reclusive. Interesting. Or 11. 4th year Academy store manager. I think first class clown who's reclusive sounds more interesting. What do you think? Okay, I didn't order them. I went into a shop and there was this option or the other option, and it was sealed in plastic filmy stuff. So this was the only thing that I could go off. And I thought I wanted pictures because I want to show you guys pictures. And it said it's deck of 78 cards. It has 22 major arcana and 56 minor arcana, and that's what I was told I needed. But I couldn't open them up to see exactly what they looked like. But yeah, it had pictures. And the other one I was like, oh, this is boring. And the other one I couldn't tell if it had major or minor arcana. So I didn't order it. I walked into a shop. And it was the only shop locally that I could go to. Anyway, first class clown. I think we'll go with that. They're first class clown. Let's see. Justice card as a member of Tarot deck appears early in tarot, such as blah blah blah. Usually follows the chariot. Blah blah blah. Interpretation. Equity, rightness, probity, executive, triumph of the deserving side of law, reversed law in all its departments, legal complications, bigotry, bias, excessive severity. In astrology, the Justice card is associated with the planet Venus and the Libra zodiac sign. The figure on the card holds a scale made of gold in the left hand, symbolizing a balanced decision. In this one, they don't hold anything that shows a balanced decision. They just hold something up that looks like their eyes are on it. Anyway, what do we think? First year class guy. I think he just wants Perry to play a practical joke on someone. First year class. Yeah, class clown. Maybe he was in year 1 with Perry. So he needs a name. Someone give me a name. First year with Perry was the class clown, but also reclusive. So he wants Perry to play a practical joke on Hazel. Let's get Hazel involved here. And how does he interpret the mission? A traitor. I guess he needs a circle of friends. Someone within his friend group? He was already suspicious, not really suspicious of people, but he was already looking into their belongings during the end of year break. If he believes them. I mean, the ghosts have been warning him twice so far, so I would say that, what kind of practical joke would he play on Hazel? Oh, it wouldn't be that evil one of where he asked her out on a date or something. Someone close to him. His circle of friends. Needs to keep a better eye on them and all. And maybe search the stuff again. Got Perry man. Okay, so he needs to do a practical joke on Hazel. What was the practical joke? The obvious one is to invite her out on a date and then to stand her up, right? But do we think Hazel would actually fall for that? Maybe if he's... I mean, she doesn't outrightly hate him like I do, or I come across to at least. She's more, he's a rival. Maybe, would she? I mean, we say he's not that hot, but we're just saying that because he is hot. Her out. Maybe they could go meet somewhere. Let's bring up the map again. Well, we know that the Forbidden Forest is off limits at the moment. Maybe there's a dance or something. There's always a dance, right? To the upcoming ball. But then, stands her up. Oh man, that's so rude. Okay, so she hates him again. Good. Alright. Should we start? Oh no, there's the year end, isn't there? I forgot about that. Okay. You had strange dreams during the last month of the school year. They became clearer as time wore on, and you realized it was the speaking gem calling to you. One night you couldn't resist it any longer and felt compelled to visit the speaking gem after midnight. It showed you a secret path where others couldn't follow you. Your rival arrived at the same time you did. You both touched the speaking gem simultaneously, and it said, "What you seek is hidden in the Grand Rotunda." The Grand Rotunda rests on a natural platform near the south end of the campus. Did you visit the Rotunda, or did you let your rival go alone? If you visited, what did you find hidden in the Rotunda? Was it something you could take? Or was it a door, an idea, a view, a person, or a symbol? A tool, a key, a body. Oh my god, these are some really good ideas. A curse, a soul. Dang, what is up with the speaking gem? Okay. Year end. Year end. Dreams that tell you to go to the speaking gym. When Hazel gets there, Perry also arrives. She's not happy with him because, he stood her up. A bucket of suspicious liquid? What is wrong with you, Dixon? I would say they lock eyes for a moment. Hazel, still pissed or upset, and angry, both, rushes for the speaking gem. Perry also moves with his hand out. They both touch it at the same time. Oh, I should turn this off so you can see what I'm typing. They lock eyes for a moment. Hazel, still upset and angry at being stood up, rushes for the speaking gem. Yeah, I knew they had a comma. Perry also moves with his hand out. They both touch it at the same time. It says to them, "What you seek is hidden in the Grand Rotunda." I think she's gonna go there. I don't know if Perry would go there. Without a word, they rush. Perry, the platypus. Yes. But, yeah, hi, Trogs. I think Dixon was going to tell you something. Without a word, they both rush off to the Grand Rotunda. And there, on a natural platform, they find... Now, what do they find? Dun dun dun! What do they find? A door, an idea, a view, a person, a symbol, a tool, a key, a body, a soul, a curse. What you seek is hidden in the Grand Rotunda. What they seek. What do they both seek? They both seek to win, right? They both seek to win. Is it that they both seek to win? We know that Hazel wants to find a place, right? To find something she's good at. Is that what she wants over winning? I mean, winning would just be a way to get what she wants. Wouldn't it be funny if it was like a table and some chairs and there's dinner? It's a date. No. No. For anyone who's not looking at the chat, Trogs came in. Trogs is my partner. He said, "Perry, the platypus," and Dixon said, "Hey, Trogs, Sarah admitted that she had a whole week to learn to read the tarot cards to verify their numbers, and she read manga instead." And Trogs said, "Sounds about standard. I should probably block those manga sites, huh?" No, Dixon, don't agree with him. What do they seek? Not happy with you, Dixon. Drugs said she'll just find something else like British crime drama shows. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Not necessarily crime drama, the cozy ones. Okay, so what is it that they seek? Perry probably, considering his background, that he was neglected and left under the stairs at his aunt and uncle's place, probably wants to find not only a place but also a family. Oh, Jesus. It does sound like maybe they needed a dinner date. A symbol, a tool, a key, a body, a soul, a curse. What do they find? Well, what can we look at? I can pull a card and maybe get inspired by it. The Magician. That sounds appropriate, doesn't it? Let's look up what that is. The Magician tarot card. Okay, so in the occult context, the trump cards are recontextualized as the major arcana granted, symbolic of power potential and the unification of the physical and spiritual worlds. God damn, this is a good card for me to have pulled for this. They find David Blaine levitating. Wow, Trogs. The one back of the sleight of hand artist is a practitioner of stage magic. I mean, it fits. Tormagus, the curves of the magician's hat brim with the mask size. Okay. The tarot game in most games, lowest deck, other points. Many players want to take a trick when it is played. Symbolism. Okay. Try symbolism. One hand pointing towards the sky. Well, there's no hand in this card. And the other pointing down to the earth, interpreted widely as an as above, so below, reference to the spiritual and physical realms. On the table before him are a wand, a pentacle, a sword, and a cup, representing the four suits of the minor arcana. I can't see all of those in this picture, but I guess I understand that. Such symbols signify the classical elements of fire, earth, air, and water, which lie like counters before the adept, and he adapts them as he wills. The musician's right hand, pointed upwards, holds a double-ended white wand. The ends are interpreted much like hand gestures in that they represent the magician's status as conduit between the spiritual and the physical. His robe is similarly also wide, a symbol of purity yet also of inexperience. Well, there you go, because these two people are young. While his red mantle is understood through the lens of red's wildly polarized color symbolism, both a representative of willpower and passion, and one of egotism, rage, and revenge. In front of the magician is a garden of Rose of Sharon roses and Lily of the Valley lilies, demonstrating the culture of aspiration, or the magician's ability to cultivate and fulfill potential. The magician is associated with the planet Mercury, hence the signs of Gemini and Virgo in astrology. Oh, my star sign. I would say, story-wise, it would be something to help them to achieve potential in the magical arts, or it could help them find what it is that they want. What they really want. Not what they think they want, but what it is they really want. Which is to find a place and a home and something to do with their lives. So either option works here. Since it's year 2, I would say, and we have 2 more years after this, it would help them to become greater magicians. So I would say I would go with a magic book or a wand or something like that. Maybe a diary of the original headmaster, maybe, or of a prodigal student of the past. Something that would be easily divided into 2. So then they would take half each. So, because they can't trust each other. I would say, who wants to rip a book in half? But a diary would be a good option. Right, they wouldn't want to desecrate or destroy something of historical value. God damn it. Maybe it's a book that's already in 2 pieces. It's been ripped in half. Maybe it is they fight in it and fight over it and it rips in half. They both try to take it, but I don't want to say it is ripped in half. I want to say it'd be more annoying for them and more interesting story-wise if but it rips and pages fly everywhere. They each grab handfuls of pages and go their separate ways. Yeah. That way they each get some information, but not complete information, so they'll have to work together later, won't they? Yeah. Okay. So I say we end it here. Thank you so much for helping out with Tangled Blessings, Hazel at the Brackroot Academy with her rival Perry Hotter, where things have actually probably gotten a bit hotter. Still annoyed that Perry has gotten some really good prompts. Hopefully year 3, Hazel will get some really good ones. If not, I mean, I can always kill him off. Thank you very much for joining me and helping out. Thank you to Trogs for putting up with me. I'm really bad at ending this stream, I know. Anyway, I'll just start waving awkwardly while I find the bye-bye button. Bye. Bye.